Okay, so more on the Shemsel Marif and talisman crafting. So, with planetary talismans, you can do one of two main methods. You can add up the numbers in a number square corresponding to whatever planet. So 4 by 4 for Jupiter, 3 by 3 for Saturn, 5 by 5 for Mars, so on and so forth until you get 9 by 9 for the moon and Yesod. So you can add up the numbers diagonally, horizontally, or vertically and get a certain number. You will then find the letter corresponding to that planet and write it out that many times. You can do that. You can also just simply write out the letters however many times in the number square. So for Jupiter, you can write out the letter ZA 34 times. You can write out the letter ZA 16 times in a number square. Or you can find the four letters corresponding to Jupiter and its signs that it rules over and is exalted in, and do that, and then simply write one letter diagonally across one way, the other letter diagonally across the other way, and then fill in the blanks for the other two letters. Hopefully, I can find. I'll just have to upload an old photo of mine for a talisman that I crafted. And then there is sort of another system of talisman crafting where you just use symbols corresponding to either an angelic alphabet or a more infernal alphabet. So, alphabets corresponding with terrestrial spirits. In this case, it could be jinn, it could be nature spirits, it could even be elementals. Now, I know that's not very popular, but there are systems where elemental spirits will have specific letters, usually disconjointed letters, that correspond with them. Also, once you craft the sigil, you can then light a candle, burn some incense, or do something to charge it. It is also recommended that if you're working with the Shemsel Marif, that you write the sigil using dragon's blood ink. That usually tends to work better than just plain old pen ink, albeit if the ink is red, it could work, just not as well as actual dragon's blood ink. And then, of course, what else was I going to say? There is there's the god names that I've already mentioned. And then you could, this is a very common method, is to write it on a bottle of water, particularly water that has been consecrated, or you can consecrate the bottle of water and then write the sigil on it, or vice versa in reverse order. Doesn't really matter usually, just speaking from personal experience. And I think we have it for this one. So that'll be about it. And while I'm at it, because the video is kind of short, I'd rather make them a bit longer. Let's talk a bit about incense and offerings, particularly rum and wine and tobacco. For servitors, it's just better to find some kind of home and then burn incense near the home. So you can buy like a little wooden house from a craft store, then put little charms or incense or candle wax. That's sometimes what I do into the home. You can get a candle, consecrate it, or use the candle for a specific spirit or planetary energy, and then create a servitor that corresponds to that planetary energy. So if you want to light a red candle, let it burn down, and then create a servitor that corresponds with Martian or martial correspondences like anger, war, strength, drive, so on and so forth. You then create that home for your servitor, and then, yeah, kind of just fill it up. I've done that a few times. I know it's not a popular method, but yeah, I'm just speaking from experience. That's kind of the best way to go about these things. And I think that'll be about it for this one. So we've covered servitors and a little bit more of talisman magic. I think that'll be about it for now, and take care.